Hey guys, Magnus Robert here, bringing you another video. This one we're going to be going through, of course, my how is the Springfield jobs so far? The update, how is the update so far for Springfield jobs? Obviously, so again, I do these videos. If you're new or anything, I do these videos every big update. I like to do a video talking about the update sort of so far because I don't do regular updates on like the different kind of acts and the different things. And I don't know, I feel like maybe next year I might do like a premium gameplay. I don't want to do gameplay for the base game because I think if you're going to play the game, then just play it yourself. Like if you're going to, it kind of ruins it. I feel like it ruins it a little bit, but I can understand maybe if people want to see the premium gameplay because people can have an excuse for not seeing the premium gameplay. So I don't know, I might do premium gameplay things. If that's something you guys want to see, please do tell me. I might do it earlier. I might do the next big update or the next mini update we get. I'm not sure though. I've always been against it, like me doing it anyway. I'm fine with obviously other YouTubers can do it. They can knock themselves out, but yeah, I don't know. I've always been against doing it. I don't know. But if you want me to do it, it's up to you guys. But anyway, so we're going to be going through 10 reasons. 3 reasons why this is a good update. 3 reasons why maybe it's got like 3 good things, 3 bad things, basically. And then my sort of overall opinion of it so far. And also I've got a question. Is it still better than Destination Springfield? Because if you remembered when I did the first review, I said a pretty bold statement and said maybe it's better than Destination Springfield. We'll have to see. Best character and best building, which I haven't actually written one down yet for best building, so I'll have to, while I'm just talking, I'll have to try and find one that's my best. So this will be incredibly improvised in terms of that. No, but yeah, so let's go through the different reasons why it's good. So first of all, my first reason for why it's good is there is loads of characters. So of course we do have 18 new characters in this update. 18. We've already got quite a few of them, but overall we're going to be getting 18. Remember that number, 18. And absolutely no skins. They're all playable, and none of them are non-playable, so they're all playable characters, and we're going to be getting 18. So pretty crazy. This is the most characters we've ever had in an update in terms of playable characters. Definitely the most we've ever had in an update. So and in terms of like how big of characters they are, if you saw my latest video with the Jack the Ripper, for example, he's not really a big character. We've got those 2 ghosts. Those 2 ain't big characters either. A lot of the characters we've got are either like blink and you miss it kind of things, or they are like 1 episode characters, with the exception with like Aristotle, for example. Aristotle's been in a few episodes. He's only really been like properly big in 1 episode. I guess Fit Tony, you can argue that technically he is in quite a few episodes. Nana Sophie is another one, so that's 3. The Pope, I guess, in a way, he's been in the background quite a bit as well, so I guess you could argue maybe that's 4. But the rest, honestly, I guess Nigel, Arthur Fortune, Sven, even those 3, they haven't really appeared that big. So if you really want to argue, we've got 7 characters who, and I guess that's still quite a lot compared to some updates, because some updates give us really kind of shitty characters. But honestly, overall, I'm not going to complain about the characters whatsoever. I think we've got some really cool characters in here, especially there is some like questionable ones like Guy Incognito, who we're going to be getting. I'm not a massive fan of that because it is just a skin for Homer. It should be a skin for Homer. I'd rather have them 1 skin for Homer and 17 characters personally, but whatever. So yeah, I mean, but overall the characters are just so awesome. So glad we're getting so many. And unfortunately, I feel like they're gonna have to do this a lot more, give us more characters than buildings, just because there's way more characters than buildings in that they could add. So yeah. My second reason why this is a great update is overall solid buildings, and again, loads of them. We've got loads of buildings as well. I haven't counted them, but there is tons. You think we've got a bunch from Springfield. We've got a bunch. We've got 3 from Italy, 3 from Cuba. We've got 5 from the United Kingdom, 1 from Ireland, 1 from Mexico, 1 from the Netherlands, 2 from Miami, and so on and so forth. There's a few more as well, but yeah, like tons and tons of buildings. So I really think that it's pretty solid on both buildings and characters. Obviously, decorations, you could argue maybe it's not. I think it's pretty solid on decorations as well. But buildings, it's really, really good, and characters, it's really, really good. And usually, I always end up complaining about one with updates. So when I see both buildings and characters as a positive, and neither a negative or a neutral, I think that's a good update. That's exceeded what, because I want at least, I think they both have to have good characters and good buildings. I guess that's probably my main thing when it comes to updates. Because at the end of the day, even if the story's really, really good and the story's really, really good, like if I haven't got like many rememberable characters and buildings, I'm not going to be a massive fan of that update. So I think buildings they have done a really, really good job with as well. Number 3, I'm going to say it's a really, really good questline, pretty good. I'm enjoying it, however, I do have issues with it. I just think for the general questline with the whole clips and all that, and the things, I think it's okay, it's pretty good. I am going to sort of contradict myself in the negatives, because I do have something else to talk about. We might go sideshow into that. So although I really like the questline, we'll go into bad things now. One thing I do not like is I think there are too many elements in the story. I think they've got too many elements. Although I like the sort of main thing, I think with we've got the whole gangster thing going on, we've got the around the world thing going on, and we've got the heists things with Aristotle. I really wish they would focus more on Aristotle, like leave the gangster things to like Act 1, like that was Act 1's thing. Leave the whole heist shit to Act 1. That was Act 1, because we're getting the Italy and the mafia sort of added. I think they should have left that to Act 1 and just maybe done something different with Aristotle and the whole around the world thing. I think they're too badly trying to focus on this whole heist storyline. I just don't think it's really working. Like, I really like the story for Act 1. Act 2 was pretty weak, and I don't know about Act 3, but I'm kind of getting a bit worried. So although Act 1 was a really, really solid quest line, I guess that was my first point. It was my third point, was Act 1 was really good. I think Act 2 really kind of was, it needed polishing, just because it was it just felt like there was way too many elements. And then my another bad thing I'm going to have to talk about, and I know I hate talking about it because I have to talk about it every big update, but I'm going to keep talking. I'm going to keep complaining about it until they stop, and that is Svengali and the whole donut deal. So I don't like it when they do this. I think it is really scummy to do this, especially when you're charging people for the in-game currency anyway, and you're going to throw this into the thing. I guess people can argue again. I always go back to it. But people always argue, well, it's just to prevent hackers and all this, or hackers are getting salty over it. But it's not even that, because people don't realize it's so easy for hackers to go in and get them and not pay any money at all. So it doesn't really make much sense to me to add it in the first place, because it's not like it's preventing any hackers from doing it. You're just getting the players who've maybe saved up donuts, or who maybe bought donuts in the past, but now they've saved it up. They can't get this really, really cool character, and it's kind of annoying. He is a really, really cool character, and I would really like him. And of course I'm gonna have to hack him in, which is unfortunate. I'm not willing to pay 10 quid. There again, though, I feel like they get better every time to give you, like, the worst one they gave was the Springfield one, and I guess maybe the second worst is probably the squeaky voice peasant. And then, to be honest, yeah, it's actually got better, because that Hans Mechman, like, that wasn't too bad. That's kind of a cool character to get, and now we're getting a character and a building for £10. It is getting better and better and better, which makes me fear, because I feel like maybe next time we're gonna get like a proper major character, like Troy McClure or something, some crazy shit like that. We get Troy McClure or something, like, and it's like you have to pay for Troy McClure. I don't know, but anyway, that's my another negative. Another negative is the radius thing, the whole radius shit that they're doing, which of course is this. You can see it on the screen. I don't like this at all. I think it's really kind of cheap, and I don't really get it. I really don't get it. I still don't get it. I get it to a degree, but I honestly, for the life of me, I feel they should have just left it in Battle Royale. I just don't like it at all. I think it's a really bad element to add in. It doesn't really make much sense to me anyway. Like, Of course, adding the buildings to obviously increase the radius, I understand why they do it, but it just makes the whole thing clunky, and like you've got to now set your decoration for this building, for at least for the update anyway, is set to a certain thing. Like, to be honest, I just don't bother decorating them. I don't see a point of decorating them until the update's over, which is kind of annoying because I like to decorate the buildings mid update, but I can't. I kind of have done it for the first building. I've kind of tried my best to do something, but I feel like I'm just going to scrap it and change it after anyway. So I don't know, I hate that whole radius thing. I think it's a really bad, crappy element. Anyway, let's move on to my question. So, is this still better than Destination Springfield? Let's see. And honestly, I think I was a little bit ambitious when I said that. I don't think it's as good as Destination Springfield, but Destination Springfield isn't that much better than this. I think Destination Springfield is just a little bit better, just because I think the main tipping edge is they both had really solid characters, they both had really solid buildings. You can't just win me over by adding a bunch of crappy characters. Well, not crappy characters, but a bunch of like blink and you miss it characters. Like, I guess that's cool, but that doesn't win me over. I think, like, personally, Destination Springfield is a little bit better than this, but this isn't too far off. It's pretty close in terms of like the last 3 years. This is my second favorite update. It's definitely the best update we've got this year, and it pretty much beats everything else that was last year as well, other than Destination Springfield. So it's still up there, and I feel like this will be the best update of 2017 as well, or 2018 even. I feel like, I don't know if anything can really beat this, so I don't know, we'll see. And then we'll quickly, best character. Best character is honestly either the Pope or Aristotle. I really wish they would do more with Aristotle though, but I think overall I will give it to Aristotle. I do like what they did with him. I kind of wish they had added him with the nuclear power, this Shelbyville nuclear power plant. It would have been kind of cool to see that in the game as well, but they did already add loads of buildings, so maybe they had to cut that, I don't know. But it just feels like a little bit of a waste because he could have come with that building and it would have made a lot of sense. But whatever. And best building is definitely the First Class Lounge. I really like that. I think it's a pretty cool building. It fits quite nicely with the airport design, and yeah, it's pretty memorable from the whole Cuba episode anyway, so I think it's pretty solid. So yeah, anyway guys, that's my video. Hope you enjoyed. Please comment, rate, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I shall see you next one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.